Welcome, fellow entrepreneurs. You've probably heard the phrase, starting a business is like jumping off a cliff and building a plane on the way down. Well, while that might seem daunting, it's also incredibly exciting. Starting a business can be one of the most exhilarating things you'll ever do, but it can also be one of the most challenging. But don't worry, we're here to help. Whether you're a seasoned business owner or a newbie, this guide will provide you with all the tools and tips you need to successfully launch your own venture. We'll cover everything from market research and planning to branding, finance, and scaling your business. And don't worry if you're not a business-minded person, we'll keep it simple and straightforward, without all the boring business jargon. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, sit back and get ready to take your first step towards building your dream business. It's time to turn your passion into profit and make your mark on the world. Market research and planning. Before you start daydreaming about your million-dollar idea, you need to do your homework. Yes, we know it sounds boring, but trust us, it's important. You need to figure out if anyone else is already doing what you want to do and if there's actually a market for it. Sorry to break it to you, but just because you think your idea is brilliant doesn't mean anyone else will. Once you've done your market research and figured out that, yes, people might actually want to pay for your product or service, it's time to get down to business. Literally, you need a plan. And not just any plan, a business plan. A business plan is like a roadmap to success. Without one, you're just wandering aimlessly in the dark. Your plan should include all the juicy details about your company, like what you do, how you'll do it better than your competition, and how much money you'll make doing it. Oh, and don't forget about your marketing strategy. You can't just sit around waiting for customers to magically appear. Trust us, we know it seems like a lot of work, but a well-written business plan is like a cheat code to success. It shows potential investors that you're serious and that you have a plan. Plus, it'll make you look super smart and organized. And who doesn't want to look smart and organized? Legal and financial considerations. The fun stuff. Now that you've got your brilliant idea and your plan in place, it's time to talk about everyone's favorite topics: legal structures, taxes, and insurance. First up, legal structures. Think of it like choosing your Hogwarts house, but instead of being sorted into Gryffindor or Hufflepuff, you're deciding whether to be a sole proprietorship, LLC, or corporation. Once you've got your legal structure sorted out, it's time to get your paperwork in order. You'll need to obtain any necessary licenses and permits, which can vary depending on your industry and location. And trust us, dealing with government bureaucracy is always a hoot. Now let's talk about taxes. You'll need to register for a tax ID number and file taxes regularly. And if you thought filling your personal taxes was a headache, just wait until you start doing it for your own business. It's like doing your taxes on steroids. Last but not least, insurance. Depending on your industry, you might need all sorts of insurance. General liability, professional liability, workers' compensation, the list goes on. And if you're anything like us, you have no idea what any of those actually mean. So it's a good idea to consult with an insurance professional to make sure you're not missing any important stuff. Building a brand and establishing an online presence. Alrighty, let's get creative and start building that brand. Time to unleash your inner artist and come up with a memorable name and logo that will make your competitors green with envy. But don't stop there. You also need to develop a brand story. Who are you and what makes you special? Are you a unicorn in a field of horses? A superhero disguised as a small business owner? The possibilities are endless. Once you've established your brand, it's time to get it to the digital world. And let's face it, if you're not online, do you even exist? Get yourself a website and social media presence pronto. Choose a domain name that's easy to remember and reflects your brand, and make sure your hosting provider is like a good partner, reliable and supportive. This is where things start to get fun and creative. First things first, you'll need to pick a website template. Don't worry, you don't have to be a designer to make it look good. Just choose a template that fits your brand and customize it with your own content and images. Once you have your website design down, it's time to create some killer content. This means writing copy that's both informative and engaging, and using images and videos that showcase your products or services in the best light possible. Now let's talk social media. Choose platforms that are relevant to your business and where your target audience hangs out. And don't try to do it all. It's better to have a strong presence on a few platforms than to spread yourself too thin. Use social media to build a community around your brand, share behind-the-scenes peeks into your business, and interact with your followers. Financing your business. Starting a business can be like playing a game of finance Jenga. You need to carefully consider each financing option and choose the one that fits your budget and needs. Bootstrapping is like using your own piggy bank, but with higher stakes. It means funding your business with your own savings or revenue from the business. Just make sure you don't blow all your savings at once, or you'll be in a pickle. Friends and family can be a great source of support, but be careful not to ruin any relationships if things go south. They might end up inviting you to awkward family dinners or blocking you on social media. Crowdfunding is like starting a flash mob of investors. You'll need to promote your business like crazy and offer rewards for people who invest. Just remember that it's not a guaranteed source of funding, and you'll need to work hard to stand out from the crowd. Small business loans are like getting a loan from the Bank of Monopoly. You'll need to have a solid business plan and good credit to qualify, but if you can pass, go and collect the loan. It can be a great way to finance your business. Venture capital is like finding a fairy godmother for your business. Investors provide funding in exchange for a stake in your company, but be prepared to give up some control and potentially change your business to fit their vision. Scaling your business. Now that you've got your biz up and running, it's time to ramp things up and take over the world. Scaling your business means going big or going home, and there are a ton of ways to do it. Open up more locations or franchises. Get ready to be the kingpin of your industry. Shout your business from the rooftops with more marketing and advertising. More ads, more money, right? Diversify your product or service offerings. Why stick to one thing when you can do it all? Partner up with other businesses. Who needs friends when you've got allies? Invest in tech or automation. Robots taking over the world is the future, and you don't want to be left behind. Scaling your business can be a bit scary, but it's all about taking risks and grabbing opportunities with both hands. Make sure you've got a solid growth strategy and get ready to be the boss of everything. Finally, starting a business is an exciting and rewarding journey, but it's not without its challenges. By doing your research, planning carefully, and staying focused, you can turn your dreams into a successful and profitable business. Remember to stay flexible and open to new ideas and to seek out advice and support from mentors, friends, and fellow entrepreneurs. And most importantly, don't forget to have fun along the way. Let us know in the comments if this guide has been helpful in getting you started on your journey. Now go out there and make your mark on the world.